Princess Diana was known not just for her humanitarian efforts and compassionate nature, but also for her impeccable and distinctive style that made her a fashion icon around the world. Among the facets of her unforgettable style was her extraordinary collection of jewellery, which ranged from classic and elegant to bold and avant-garde. We'll explore the most world-envied jewels of the people's princess today. Before Lady Diana Spencer began a whirlwind romance with Prince Charles and became Her Royal Highness, born into an affluent aristocratic family, Lady Diana Spencer owned some high-quality jewellery, but two of them she wore most of all: the initial necklace and a pair of gold earrings. Let's start with the famous gold necklace with the initial D pendant. Lady Diana wore this D charm necklace at the beginning of her relationship with Charles when she was a nursery school assistant at the Pimlico School and after they married. It might seem strange, considering the impressive legacy of jewels she could wear after acquiring the royal title. Though the origin of the gold initial is unknown, it was obviously a special piece for Lady D. Look at her wearing the iconic pendant at a polo match in Melbourne in 1985. 4 years after she married Charles, the princess still felt sentimental about her necklace from her early youth. Now, prepare for a little jewelry revolution. Gemstones are on the horizon. Meet her arguably most iconic jewel, the sapphire engagement ring. The princess was largely attached to this ring with a 12-carat oval Ceylon sapphire on a white gold band surrounded by 14 diamonds. It was a brainchild of Royal London jeweller Gerard and a part of his seasonal collection. The ring was purchased for nearly $60,000 in 1981 on the occasion of Diana's and Charles's engagement. Now, it would cost around $400,000. It was a symbol of their love and devotion to each other, if only it could grant the couple a happy marriage. Alas, the ring, even as beautiful, didn't guarantee anything. As you might know, there were marital difficulties between the princess and the prince. They spilled over in the scandalous divorce in August 1996. Prince Charles cheated on his wife with his longtime lover, Camilla Parker Bowles, whom he considered his true soulmate. Princess Diana continued to wear her engagement ring even after her divorce from Prince Charles. The story of the Gerard ring didn't end there. After his mother died in a 1997 Paris car crash, Prince William received the jewelry from his brother Harry, who inherited the sapphire ring. In 2010, he presented this gorgeous ring to Kate Middleton for their engagement. His gesture deeply touched Kate. The Princess of Wales constantly wears it now, removing the ring publicly only during her hospital visits or participating in sports events. In our previous video, you may see other jewelry which Catherine, Princess of Wales, inherited from Princess Diana's collection. Now, let's turn back time to the good old days, the time Princess Diana was still young, alive, and blooming like a rose in her 18th birthday family gift, a glittering 3-strand pearl choker. This jewelry was among Diana's most beloved pieces. She wore it on board the Royal Yacht Britannia on their honeymoon with Charles. The 3-strand choker, with a flower-shaped clasp, perfectly complemented her floral Donald Campbell dress. It was the first pearl choker given to Diana as a gift. Later, she accumulated an impressive collection of pearl necklaces. This lovely jewelry originally featured turquoise stones on a flower cluster clasp, but the initial design seemed too demanding to Diana. Sometimes she even had to twist the gemstones to the back to make the choker match her clothing. Finally, in 1984, the princess asked a jeweler to replace the turquoise stones with pearls. The updated necklace fitted most of her outfits, so she wore the choker with a white suit and pearl earrings for the Welsh Guards parade. Pearls were a timeless complement to Diana's jewelry legacy for a reason, which lies in this particular floral pearl choker. It was a shared style, between Diana Spencer and her two older sisters, Jane and Sarah. Three of them got a 3-strand pearl choker on their 18th birthdays. The tradition withstood time. At Diana's funeral in Westminster Abbey on September 6, 1997, all the Spencer ladies wore strings of pearls to honor Princess Diana. Speaking about Spencers, pearls were not the only family-loved gemstones. One of the family heirlooms was the Spencer Tiara Diana wore on her wedding day on July 29, 1981, in London. Spencers have owned it for nearly a century. Diana's sisters, Jane and Sarah, both wore tiaras on their wedding days. The future Princess Diana was a bridesmaid at both weddings, craving her turn to wear the lovely headpiece. Remarkably, Frances, Diana's mother, did not wear the Spencer tiara when she married the 8th Earl Spencer in 1954. When Diana was about to marry Prince Charles, Queen Elizabeth II offered her the lover's knot tiara for the wedding ceremony, but Diana chose the Spencer tiara instead. Traditions meant a lot to her. The silver and gold Spencer tiara features sculptural foliage and flowers dusted with diamonds. It was designed in the garland style with a central heart, framed gently flowing scrolls sprinkled with trumpet and star-shaped flowers. The inner length of the headpiece is nearly 16 inches. Princess Diana regularly used it for important events such as the state opening of Parliament and foreign tours until the mid-1990s. When Princess Diana passed away in 1997, the Spencer tiara was in the possession of her brother, Earl Spencer. His wife picked the tiara for their wedding, and it was later loaned to his niece, Celia McCorquodale, who wore this magnificent topper to her wedding in 2018. Another famous tiara is the Lover's Knot tiara, designed by the royal jeweller Garrard in 1914 for Queen Mary. The sparkly tiara looks gorgeous, with diamonds and 19 suspended teardrop pearls set in silver and gold. Queen Elizabeth II, who inherited the royal jewellery from her grandmother, Queen Mary, gave the new Princess of Wales this pearl heirloom as a wedding present on lifetime loan. A little backstory behind this royal heirloom. Initially, the Lover's Knot tiara was a 1913 replica of an older piece owned by the Grand Duchess of Mecklenburg-Strelitz, Queen Mary's aunt. The tiara was altered in the 1920s. Queen Mary loved the headpiece and frequently wore it before passing it to Queen Elizabeth in 1953. Catherine, Princess of Wales, has worn it regularly since 2015. Look at Catherine showing off in the Lover's Knot tiara at the state banquet at Buckingham Palace in November 2022. You might think this sparkling beauty was a generous wedding gift for Diana, but it's more complex. Presented to the princess as a lifetime loan, it was part of a certain agreement. Diana didn't own the tiara in the traditional sense. Yes, she could wear it for important state occasions throughout her married life, but after she divorced Prince Charles, she had to return the piece to the Queen. Which tiara do you like more, the Spencers or the Lover's Knot tiara? However, Diana still had lovely jewellery in her private collection that she could use after splitting up with Charles. One of them was a pearl choker adorned with a large sapphire and diamond central element. Originally, it was a brooch, which Queen Elizabeth also presented to her as a wedding gift. Later, Diana adjusted it for a neck by mounting it onto 7 pearly strands. This was an unconditional present, and Princess Diana loved it. It is also known as a revenge necklace. Just when Prince Charles announced to the public that he had been unfaithful to Diana throughout their marriage, Princess Diana made a statement. She arrived in a daringly low-cut black evening dress, also known as a revenge dress, and this particular necklace. That sensation made the front pages of the newspapers the following day. Who could have cheated on such a woman. Princess Diana also wore the necklace at a formal dinner in Budapest in 1990 and at the Serpentine Gallery in London in 1994. The necklace was Diana's private property, so Princes William and Harry should have inherited it after her death. However, this layered pearl choker has not appeared in public since then. Prince Charles also presented his wife with this lovely gold charm bracelet. The princess cherished his gift, which became an incredibly personal item in her collection. Charles also gifted Diana several charms, such as a W and H to honor their two sons, and a tiny replica of St. Paul's Cathedral, which hosted the couple's wedding ceremony in 1981. He had a sweet tradition of buying his wife a charm on her birthday. The prince adhered to this tradition for 10 years. Other charms were a gold wombat, to recall William's nickname given to him after their Australian tour in 1983, a teddy bear, a tennis racket, and a polo cap to cherish Diana's enjoyment of the sports. As the princess had dreamed of becoming a ballet dancer in her youth, Charles bought a charm with ballet shoes. An apple charm displayed her love of New York, the Big Apple. Among the princess's most memorable jewellery, pieces were those that didn't cost a fortune but were still dear to her heart. What do you think about the price of $29 for a pair of lovely earrings? Look at these crescent-shaped earrings she found randomly walking on a spare afternoon in 1984. These bold earrings were displayed in the Fulham Road store of the costume jewellers Butler and Wilson. The jewellery immediately caught her attention. She even wore these earrings for a visit to Saudi Arabia in 1986. By the way, many journalists claimed these were diamond earrings presented to her by King Khalid in Saudi Arabia during the 1986 trip. Princess Diana found this opinion hilarious and enjoyed it to the fullest. Princess Diana's jewelry collection was more than a mere assemblage of luxury items. It was an extension of her persona, reflecting her taste, her life's phases, and her indelible impact on fashion and royal protocol. Even years after her tragic death, her style and the pieces she popularized continue to fascinate and inspire. If you could wear one piece of Princess Diana's jewelry, which one would you choose and why? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments. Thank you for watching.